Alright, hi everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I got a lot of stuff to show off, but I might do a video later in the road, about it. At least to say, I got a lot of Bleach swag, and some Gundam swag, and some mobile, Mob. Got a nice, nice sweater from this one. I said it before. A lot of people say it was good website, bad website. Anime8.com. I got this nice sweater from there. I'll be wearing it on Tuesday for Chainsaw Man. But on to bigger things. Episode 11 of Mobile Suit Gundam, which from Mercury. Now, this one was called The Witches from Earth. Now, I'm not going too crazy with this episode review. Logistically, this episode, well, the focus point of this episode, the real focus point of this episode was really about Sulleta and Miriam. Now, at least to say she felt, Sulleta felt like her relationship with her was at a stalemate. Was just, you know, it just hit rock bottom because of what people were telling her, Elin and Zuleni, douche, what they were telling her, and it put her in a bad way. But in this episode, at least to say, bare bones, it was a funny scene too. She confronts her. They're going back and forth. They clear the air. And, hopefully I'll clear this cough this week. um, and it was to patch things through. Now, the other things that were happening in this episode, it was a lot happening. Um, One was this thing between Prospera, Soleta's mother, and Delling, Marian's father. So, Soleta's mother and Marian's father, there's this thing going on called Project Zero. I don't know what this is about. But at least to say, the other thing that was happening in this episode was they reached the plant, but at the same time, Zillipi, he's making a deal of getting these Earth Witches Gundams to take out Delhi. Now, this is just a ploy to get him control of Miriam's company, new company that she made up. And that's basically the whole gist of it. Now, Gruel is involved, but he's not. He's just on the ship. He's been taken over. And his father is in cahoots to try to get Delling killed. That's the whole bit. That's basically what it is. And one of his subordinates is telling him, Marian's on the ship. It's like, it's okay. I'm going after her father. I'm not going after her. Now, we do get a glimpse in this episode of Ariel Gundam. It's in, like, the docking bay. They did something to it. They did something to it. Because it looked... Excuse me. It looked beefier. It looked more. They added parts to it. It looked more. Because that's the thing about this show that I found about with the Ariel Gundam. It looked very lean. Not a lot of parts to it. Now it looks more built up. So it looks more. It could hold on its own. It doesn't break up that easily. Now, we also saw that. But majority of the episode was really Marian and Sulleta. Now, these two Gundam pilots from Earth, their names elude me at the moment. I think what their names are... I'm going down the cast list here. Let's see here. Sophie? One is Sophie, and the other one's name is Dunak. Noria. I think that's their names. Could be wrong. But anyway, the one's named Sophie. She apparently has this fan affair for Sulleta. And then towards the end of the episode, they get separated, Mercury and Sulleta, when they're attacking the station. Oh my god. They had these beam weapons. I don't know what sound effects they were using for them, but it was freaking awesome. And they were cutting through the plant, the space station, the plant, and cut through. And then you actually see one of the Gundam pilots, Sophie, see Sulleta. It's like, oh, you're my friend. Yeah, I'm the big fan. Wish for Mercury. I will wish for Earth. And that's how the episode ends. So, it should be noted, we're not getting a new episode until the new year. I don't think it's next Sunday. I think it's the 8th. If I'm checking my calendar here correctly. Let me just check something real quick. Yes, it's the 8th. We're getting it the 8th, not the 1st of New Year's. So it's going to be a little while longer. But then again, the way I look at it is this. We're not getting this show again until the spring. Now, usually, quotation marks, Gundam animes run for like 50 episodes. I want to believe that this is going to last from spring to summer. Because if it's not, it's going to only be 20 episodes. I'm like, that's kind of short. But we'll see. Overall, I liked how this episode went. I definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Only because of the fact of how action-packed it was. And we got some closure with Mercury and Sulleta. Also, we now have some interesting intrigue with Sulleta's mother that opens the door to, like, what is Project Zero? And if she's in cahoots with Delling, to what extent is this? Because, as far as I'm concerned, she wants to kill this guy. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Very confusing. So, we'll see how this all transpires. Last episode, January 8th. We'll see how it goes. I know I've been lacking. Okay. Tomorrow, it's going to be huge, but I'm going to get it done. I'm going to end up doing 3 Bleach episodes tomorrow. Well, let me rephrase that. A Bleach episode review, and then an hour-long Bleach episode review. We can look forward to that. We'll see how this concludes with Gundam, January 8th. It should be interesting. They're in the middle of a freaking battle, the space station, all that jazz. We'll see what you guys going. But definitely a good episode. Can't wait for the conclusion of this, which will happen probably in the spring. This has been Bankai 922. Catch you guys later. Sulleta's got a fangirl. Crazy. See ya.